Hello, baseball fans, and welcome back to another episode of our Minnesota Twins franchise. As you see, Sandy Alcantara will be taking them out against Tyler Mahle as the Minnesota Twins take on the Miami Marlins in Miami. This will be a challenge for the Twins as we take a look here at our starting lineups. Not much has changed from the last episode, but here we are on MLB The Show North as the Minnesota Twins are about to start here in Miami. The Twins are 3-1 to start the season, and the Marlins 2-3. The Twins are off to a hot start, and the Miami Marlins proud here. They're all ready for the game and ready to roar, as they want the Minnesota Twins to go home packing and not get that win. Sandy Alcantara, he's had one start so far this year. He went 8 innings while striking out 5. And as you see there, as we said earlier, he won the 2022 Cy Young Award for the National League. As Donovan Solano steps in. Kind of struggling so far to start the season. Not meeting the predictions quite yet, but we'll see if he can turn it around as he takes the first pitch and hits it down the line past the third baseman. That'll get him in there safely at first base. As Donovan Solano is looking to break out of the slump, Kyle Farmer steps in, also starting off slow here at the start of the season. Pitch from Alcantara, and he hits him. Not the way he wants to turn it around here, but that'll bring up Carlos Correa with runners on first and second and nobody out. He's got a full count here, and he'll take the pitch right back to the second baseman on the short and over to first, double play. Not quite the opportunity Correa wanted there, but Byron Buxton will step in with a runner on third base, 2 outs, looking to drive him in. And he'll take that and he'll line it into left field, and it'll be down. He's going to look for 2, and he will be there safely. Byron Buxton continuing to tear baseballs up. As Jorge Polanco steps in, he is also on a hot streak here to start the season, batting .375. And he's going to line one down the right field line past the diving first baseman. That'll bring Buxton around to score. It's Jorge Polanco with his first hit of the game, continuing the hot streak. He's excited about that. Jose Miranda will step up. Jose Miranda's batting .250, and he'll pop it up to the catcher. Not quite the way he wanted that at bat to go, but that'll end the top of the first inning. Marlins will get their chance to take a few hacks. As you see, the Minnesota Twins take a 2-0 lead heading into the bottom of the first, giving the Marlins their first chance to score. Tyler Mahle will be on the mound today, his first start of the season. He had 23 starts last year with 120 innings and 126 strikeouts. He had a 4.4 ERA. Not exactly what he was looking for, but for a number 5 starter, it's not all too bad. Gene Segura will step in, and Tyler Mahle will get him out. There's a liner right back to the first baseman, and Joey Wendell will step in, and he'll strike out. This is exactly how we wanted to start out, minus the solid contact, but getting the first 2 batters out, that's exactly what Tyler wanted. As Luis Arias steps in, and he takes ball 4. So to put a runner on first base here. Batting. As Jazz Chisholm Jr. steps into the plate. And Jazz Chisholm Jr. will also draw ball 4. He'll take a base, putting runners on first and second here with 2 outs. As Brian De La Cruz steps in. And Brian De La Cruz will line it into right, and that'll get through. And they're going to send him home. That was a mistake as he's out at the plate to end the inning. What a throw by Max Kepler. To lead off the inning, we have Christian Vasquez. And Christian Vasquez is going to swing and hit this one deep into left field. That ball's way back there, and it's gone. Christian Vasquez with a home run here to start off the inning. Not exactly how Sandy Alcantara wants this start to go, but there's always going to be a few bumps in the road. Still has only 3 runs. Still could be a quality start for him. as the Twins push the lead up 3-0. Max Kepler, after throwing somebody out at the plate, he steps into the plate and he strikes out. Sandy Alcantara looking to turn it around here as Joey Gallo steps in. And Joey Gallo gets a pitch right down the middle, hits it up the middle, but
He's out.
there's a slight shift on. Even though the shift is supposed to be completely gone this year, they still have some limitations. Donovan Solano steps in and he hits one on the ground to the shortstop, the jump throw. Whoa! Channeling his inner Jeter to get him out at first. Well, the solo highlight of the inning was Christian Vasquez's home run. He mashed that one into left field for his first on the year. And the Twins hold a 3-0 lead. In steps Garrett Cooper for the Marlins. And he will strike out. Tyler Mahle looking impressive here to start the season. As Jesus Sanchez steps in. Jesus Sanchez will also strike out. Even more impressive of a start here for Tyler Mahle as Nick Fortes steps in. Nick Fortes struggling to start the year as he strikes out as well. Tyler Mahle strikes out the side. That's exactly what he was looking for here. Great way to start out the season. He hopes he can continue. As Kyle Farmer steps in for the Twins and he swings and misses on a ball in the dirt. We'll throw him out at first. Alcantara looking to settle in a little more here as Carlos Correa steps in. And Carlos Correa will chop one to the shortstop. Oh, the third baseman picks it from him. And he gets him out at first. Byron Buxton steps in. And Alcantara delivers as Buxton hits it up the middle. That's a base hit. The shortstop were playing a more normal position, he might have had him, but with a slight shift on there, got it past him. He hit it hard. And Buxton's off for second, and the throw down, and he's out at second. Caught stealing to end the top of the third. Nick Fortes throwing him out there. It's a hard throw. Avisail Garcia steps in. Minnie Miggy will strike out. 4 in a row for Tyler Mahle. Looking very sharp here to start the season. Gene Segura steps in. And Gene Segura will line one past the first baseman. And Max Kepler has some trouble cutting it off. He gets all the way to the wall, but he'll still only get 2 bases out of that. The Marlins are looking to start something here with a runner on second here and 1 out. Joey Wendell will strike out. Yet another strikeout for Tyler Mahle. And then in steps Luis Arias. And Luis Arias will strike out as well. The Twins are rolling here. 3-0 still the score. As Tyler Mahle has been pitching masterfully. Jorge Polanco will step in to start the inning for the Twins. And he'll take a curveball at the top of the zone. Questionable take there, as that would have been the easiest pitch of the at-bat for him to hit. But he takes it for strike 3 as Jose Miranda steps in. And he chops one on the ground over to third. And they're going to throw him out at first. Any more speed, and that might have been a difficult play, but with Jose Miranda running down the line, that's an easy throw there. As Christian Vasquez steps in after the home run, and he hits one on the ground to third base. And they'll get him at first. And that ends the top of the 4th. Game's cruising along here as Jazz Chisholm Jr. steps in. And he'll take a questionable strike 3. The crowd disagrees there, but doesn't change the outcome. As Brian De La Cruz will step in. And he'll hit one on the ground to Donovan Solano, the former Marlin. And he'll throw him out at first. 2 down. Garrett Cooper will step in. And Garrett Cooper will hit it on the ground to the pitcher. He'll throw it on to first quite quickly. Usually they jog over and toss it, but we'll take it either way. As Max Kepler steps in to start off the inning for the Twins. And he'll hit it on the ground over to second base. And he'll be retired here. 1 down as Joey Gallo steps in. Joey Gallo had a tear in the first. Oh, wow, before I can even finish talking, he hits one deep into right field. That ball's way back, and it's gone. Joey Gallo with his 2nd home run of the year. He's on a tear here to start the season, as I was about to say. Joey Gallo looking to make a name for himself and reestablish who he was when he was with the Texas Rangers. He's glad the Twins gave him that 2nd chance. And the Twins seem to be glad so far. In steps Donovan Solano. 1 for 2 on the day. Donovan Solano is going to chop one on the ground. Catcher Nick Fortes will be there, and he'll throw him out at first for the 2nd out of the inning. Kyle Farmer will step in once again, over 1 on the day. And he'll hit it on the ground straight up the middle and past the 2nd baseman. Looked like a play he could make, but it was just out of reach. As Kyle Farmer will reach on first base on the single, and that'll end the day for Sandy Alcantara. Not exactly the start he was looking for, but not a terrible one nonetheless, as he left his team in a decent spot to make a comeback.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Score is 4-0.
Now
Edward Cabrera will step in. This is his 2nd game of the season. He pitched 1.2 innings with 2 strikeouts and 2 walks and a 16 ERA in his first outing. Looking to turn it around here. As Carlos Correa steps in, face him. First batter he'll face. And Carlos Correa will hit it on the ground to short. Hit it hard, but hitting it hard is not enough when you hit it right at someone. As we take a look here at Joey Gallo, mashing out his 2nd home run of the season, and that one was no doubt. The Twins lead 4-0 here on 7 hits, and the Marlins 2. You can admire that one, Joey. In steps Jesus Sanchez. Mahle delivers, and he pops it up over to Kyle Farmer over there. Kyle Farmer easily under that one. The first out of the inning. In steps Nick Fortes. Nick Fortes has been having quite the day behind the plate, and he turns it around and brings it to the offensive side. Hits one back up the middle for a base hit. So runner on first here with 1 out. And in steps Minnie Miggy, Avisail Garcia, and he'll hit it on the ground to the pitcher. And the pitcher will throw it over to first, but he'll throw it away. Pulls him off the bag. Tyler Mahle with his first error of the season as Gene Segura steps in, and it is all for naught for the Marlins. As Correa throws it to Solano, and Solano to Miranda for the double play. It's a way to get out of it as Byron Buxton steps in for the Minnesota Twins. And he's going to hit one on the ground towards first, and it's going to get all the way to the wall down the right field line. As Byron Buxton will step in there at 2nd base with his 6th double of the season. That's right, his 6th double of the season already. And in steps Jorge Polanco with Byron Buxton there on 2nd. Nobody out. And Polanco hits a lazy fly ball to center field. And Buxton thinks about it, and he's going to head back to 2nd base. He thought about it. The throw was offline, so he might have made it, but that's okay. 1 out, runner on 2nd as Jose Miranda steps in. Jose Miranda lines one back at the pitcher. He gets a glove on it. He'll stop it, throw it over to first, and get Jose Miranda out. Advancing Byron Buxton 90 feet to 3rd base. In steps Christian Vasquez, who hits it on the ground to short, and that will end the inning. Marlins are up, and due up for them is Joey Wendell, Luis Arias, and Jazz Chisholm Jr., the 2-3-4 hitters, ready to do some damage here for the Marlins. Joey Wendell here leading it off for us, and he'll strike out. Exactly what the Twins are wanting here to start the season is scoreless innings and scoring a lot of runs. As Luis Arias steps in, And Luis Arias will line it over to first, but Miranda's there for the out.
The center fielder.
He's made some solid contact today, but they're both lineouts. Not much to say for it. As Jazz Chisholm Jr. steps in and strikes out to end the 6th. Twins are rolling here as it's 4-0 here, with the Twins having 8 hits and 1 error, and the Marlins 3 hits, no errors. Max Kepler steps in, and Max Kepler hits one off the pitcher. Oh, we hope he's all right. That one looked like it hurt. He stays in there, so he must have been all right after taking that straight to the back. Joey Gallo steps in, and he hits it on the ground to second, over to short, and on to first. Double play here. 2 outs in the 7th as Donovan Solano steps in. And Donovan Solano will line it into left field. That ball's way back there. It's over the left fielder's head as it hits up against the wall. And Donovan Solano pulls into second for a 2-out double. Exit velocity on that was 100 miles an hour as Donovan Solano hits his 2nd double of the season. Kyle Farmer steps in. Wild pitch. And the throw down to third. He's in there. Donovan Solano advances to third base here for Kyle Farmer, making it that much easier for him to score him. Kyle Farmer stands and waits the pitch, and he hits a lazy fly ball. Will it bloop? No. The second baseman will get back there, and he'll field it. Here in the 7th inning stretch. And the Twins lead 4-0.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for
Tyler Miley's done.
47.
Dennis Santana steps in. 58 innings last year, with a 5 ERA and 54 strikeouts. There's 63 games. Dennis Santana's looking to turn this year around and be a solid bullpen piece for the Twins. As the first pitch is smashed into left field, that ball's way back there, and it's caught at the warning track. Almost looking like a rough start to the season for Dennis Santana, but instead it's a fly out. Garrett Cooper steps in, and Garrett Cooper will strike out. 2 down here in the 7th. Dennis Santana's looking good as Jesus Sanchez steps in. Jesus Sanchez hits it on the ground to Kyle Farmer, and that'll be a pretty routine play as he throws him out at first to end the 7th inning. Due up for the Twins, Carlos Correa, Byron Buxton, and Jorge Polanco. Marlins will have a pitching change here. Matt Barnes has pitched in 2 games so far this year and in 1 inning with a 27 ERA. Pretty rough start here, but I'm sure he'll turn it around as he's a great reliever out of the bullpen. Carlos Correa steps in, and he mashes the fourth pitch of the at-bat, excuse me. He'll mash that into center field off of Matt Barnes. Byron Buxton steps in, runner on first, and he'll draw a walk. Runners will be on first and second here.
Now batting, designated hitter, Jorge.
In steps Jorge Polanco. Jorge Polanco looking to add to his hit total today as he pops it up in the infield, and the infield fly rule will be in effect. So runners on first and second with nobody out. Jose Miranda steps in, looking to pick up where Jorge Polanco could have been. And he checks his swing, and they said he went. Strike 3. Jose Miranda heads back to the bench. And in steps Christian Vasquez. Christian Vasquez will hit it on the line in the left field. And that ball's going to get down. Carlos Correa comes around. Byron Buxton is held up at third. And they'll throw to second. Christian Vasquez is out at second, trying to stretch it into a double. Looked like he could have made it there, but they got him. Nick Cortez steps in, and he hits it deep into right field. That ball is way back there, and it's gone. And then Minnesota Twins giving up their first run of the day as the Marlins hit a home run here. Nick Cortez smashed one the opposite way. Giving some hope for the fans there as they believe in the fish. Room for some celebration there for Nick Fortes. He's the first guy to actually do anything. Avisel Garcia steps in, and he's struck out. Dennis Santana looking to settle down after giving up that home run as Gene Segura steps in, and he strikes him out as well. 2 down here in the bottom of the 8th. And Dennis Santana's starting to look like he's settling in again. Joey Wendell steps in, and he hits one on the ground, past the diving Solano into center field for a base hit. Twins looking to start a rally here. As Luis Arias steps in. And that'll be strike 3 called on the inside part of the plate. He can't believe it. Nick Fortes trying to help bring the Marlins back, as it's looking very slim chance here. The score is 5-1 here to go into the top of the 9th. Minnesota Twins are looking really strong here in a game that was going to be a real test for them. There's a pitching change for the Marlins. Stephen Okert steps in for his 2nd appearance of the season. Pretty good appearance last time, as he went an inning and a third, with giving up no runs and only 1 walk. No strikeouts, but that could change here. Max Kepler steps in, and he strikes out. Stephen Okert's first strikeout of the season. In steps Joey Gallo. And Joey Gallo looking to not repeat, but he does. Stephen Okert with his 2nd strikeout of the season and the game. Looking a lot better here in the 2nd outing. Donovan Solano steps in, and Donovan Solano is going to hit one at the right center, and that ball looks like it's going to get down, and it will. Looks like a base hit there for Donovan Solano as they cut it off early. And that's going to leave runner at first base with 2 out here in the top of the 9th. And in steps Kyle Farmer, 1 for 3 for the day. First pitch to Farmer. And he mashes this one into left field, but it's a lazy fly ball. And they'll be under that one for a final out of the top of the 9th. On to the bottom of the 9th. The Marlins are looking to rally here. Jazz Chisholm Jr., Brian De La Cruz, and Garrett Cooper that are due up. Great group there to drive in some runs and bring them back. Caleb Thielbar will come in. It's his 2nd outing of the season. Not a very good first outing as he went .2 innings. And he had a 13 ERA. Looking to rebound here as he strikes out Jazz Chisholm Jr. to start the 9th inning. That's a great way to start. Jazz Chisholm Jr. being the best hitter on the team. Then he walks Brian De La Cruz. He's hoping that doesn't affect him too much for the runner on first base here. Garrett Cooper steps in. And Garrett Cooper will line one to short. Correa will stop it. And he'll throw it on to first. And he's safe at first. Bang, bang play there as Garrett Cooper's awarded with a base hit. Jesus Sanchez steps in, and he'll strike out again. Jesus Sanchez having a day to forget. As Nick Fortes comes in, the man of the hour, and he strikes out to end the ball game. And that'll do it here. Minnesota Twins are going to win it 5-1 as they improve to 4-1 on the season. Minnesota Twins are hot to start the season here. That 4-1 record, they're looking for the sweep here in Miami as they lead the series 2-0. One more game before they head on home to Minnesota. We're excited to see them in the home opener in Minneapolis. Here's a look player of the game here as Tyler Mahle takes the honors of 6 innings, 10 strikeouts, 2 walks, and no runs. As you look there, the Twins are 4-1, and we'll simulate the rest of the series and then move on to 5-1. And here we are at the home opener as Pablo Lopez will be taking on Lance McCullers Jr. in Minnesota. It's looking like a fun matchup here. I'm excited, and I hope you are as well. And I can't thank you guys enough for the support from the first video. And I hope you guys enjoy the second and the third videos coming up. As always, Take care of yourselves. Don't forget to subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one.